What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Zebec today. ZBCN, hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, my friends. It is the ninth day of October today. Yes, the ninth, and here you are, up about 10.5% on the day. Beautiful. Nice reaction off of this area that we were looking for. Looking for a bounce, honestly. We accepted the idea that you could go a little bit lower, even talked about the prospects of you going lower still, but just talking about how it wouldn't really make too much sense because if we're to maintain this overall W shape, you would not really expect to go below this level here, in which you just found support off of that. So that's very nice to see. I would expect that we continue higher, and being that this is, at least in my opinion, it seems to be a W pattern still playing out. I would think that the pace at which you come back up to these high points here is going to be fast, right? Today's up 10%, tomorrow, same thing, right? You're probably going to be moving at a very solid pace, movements like this or even larger to get to this area. This is the first part of the move. This is the second part of the move. I would expect that it is faster. So, I mean, the end of the week is on the 12th. we could be up above this high by the 12th. Absolutely, we could be, you guys. That wouldn't surprise me in the least. ZBCN is clearly on the prowl here, looking to make this moment count. Got a lot of volume coming in here, above average volume. It's not crazy volume, but it is above average volume, which is nice to see. Some of the most volume that we've seen really since this relative high here. And this isn't a bullish engulfing candle technically, but man, it's engulfing enough, right? You close here or higher, you're literally engulfing the last 3 days of price action as far as closing prices go. So close here, close higher. Let's look at the short-term stuff and see where you're going to go. Is this a sustainable move? Is this just a classic pump up and then a wick down, ZBCN pump fake like it likes to do, or is this the real deal and are we moving up higher? Let's get into it. Okay, I don't know if I said it already, but hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't. Let's go. Volume's coming in. It's looking great. This is looking like the real deal to me. 7 minutes left in this 1 hour time frame. Yeah, there's a little bit of a wick, but who cares? Whatever. You've had wicks like this before, and you still moved higher. Whatever. It's not a big wick here, and then you moved up. I'm not afraid of that. The volume is nice. It's very supportive. I would like it more if you're receiving this kind of level of volume. I'd like it more if that came in line with a movement higher, a little bit of a movement higher, but that's okay. This in itself is making me think that you could find a little turbulence here. And if you do, let's look at the indicators. Let's see. The RSI looks great. If we're being fair, it actually looks pretty damn good. Stochastics look like they want to move up higher, and the MACD just crossed green. Okay, so that's nice. A little bit calming of the nerves there. 4 hour time frame, bouncing off the 50 after rejecting the 60, looking good. Bullish engulfing candle on the 4 hour. We got 6 minutes left. This is looking good. Yeah. Okay, good. And you're flipping green, good, and you're bouncing off the zero. All good things. Okay, good. That really puts to bed my worries here, because I thought, if you're getting this much volume and you're not breaking out, that can be problematic. And don't get me wrong, maybe to open up this next 4 hour candle, maybe we pull back a little bit. Maybe we do. Well, hell, we could even go back to the base of this range at 0046. We could go right back down there. That's fine. Go there, bounce, whatever. I think that the indications, the implications here on these indicators is clear, clearly telling us that we've got more to go, that this move, in fact, is just beginning. If we're looking at this on the daily time frame now, zooming out a little bit more, daily RSI is fantastic. You got overbought, came down, bounced between the 60 and the 50. Typically, you look to bounce at either of these areas or in between is fine. So that's a good look there. That's actually a really strong look on the RSI. RSI overall is very bullish. The stochastics are also bullish, right? Getting overbought, coming down, coming back up to get overbought again. That's nice to see. And the MACD continues to push through the zero line, which is a testament of strength in itself, right? It's definitely a testament of strength to bust through the zero line like this after being below it for so long. So it's nice to see. I very much do expect that we have more to go. And like I said in the very beginning of this video, I think this will age well. This first part is going to be slower than the second part will be. So I think we're in the second part now. I think the second part, what do I mean by the second part? I don't know. I just mean like this is the first part here. This is the second part. We corrected 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Maybe it's the third part. I don't know. But the second move up in this overall move up is going to likely be faster than the first part. So we should see potentially by the end of this week, guys, Sunday, right? It's Thursday now. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 3 days, 8 hours left in this week. We should be up at this area. All those implications, all those indicators, that's what I'm reading here. That's what I'm seeing. If we're looking at this from an all-time high to a low here, Getting flirtatious with the golden ratio is a good way to actually get some follow through. The fact that you stopped here definitely tells me that we are going probably to be at our all-time high area, somewhere at 0063 to 00713. Something in that area is likely the ultimate destination there. Probably consolidate a little bit more and then continue to rally before you consolidate a little bit more before your actual break of new all-time highs, and then you continue to rally up to these targets of 1 cent, 1.4 cents, 2 cents, and beyond, right? Ultimately, you guys know, just like I do, that the expectation here for Zebec is great. Okay, it's not small. Anybody and everybody investing in this thing is going to make some money. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. But the structure is great. Before we actually talk about the upside, before I just say, okay, look, we're going here because that's what I think. We think this because, look at the structure. Just from the beginning, you sold off. You sold off a great bit, right? High to low. All the people who were in this thing for the wrong reasons, all the people who invested early and they just wanted to sell out, they got out. They sold out. All the weak hands, they're gone. The only people who bought here were people who understood the fundamentals of this project, people who probably watched Crypto Futures channel, shout out to Rob Mass, and who bought on those fundamental bases, or bought with somebody who knew better telling you to buy, right? Again, shout out to Crypto Future. Massive accumulation phase. Then what you had was the breakout, right? Supply sucked up or dried up. We sucked up all the supply down here. I say we, I'm not a part of this. I didn't buy down here. I wish I did. But you guys bought all the supply down here. Supply and demand shock came in, and then you rallied, right? You really rallied up higher. Then what you did was you consolidated. You consolidated in a very nice triangle pattern, okay, for months, for multiple months. And you found support right at prior resistance here, right at prior resistance points here, very key areas to find support at, and now you're breaking out. This is all very positive, structurally speaking stuff, right? Look at the weekly time frame last week. This is a clear sign that you're about to break out. And then what's going on today, what's probably going to go on between the end of this week, you're going to be notably breaking out, right? Last week, there's still that, I don't know, are we breaking out? Is this, I don't know, maybe. But after this week, it's going to be definite. And then at that point, what are we looking for? We're looking for the extensions off of this move from a high to a low, your all-time high, which is a very significant level, to your most relative low, which is also pretty significant, high to low. The expectation then would be that we make a play off of this, okay? Now, if we take a high here to a low here, you went all the way up to your 1886200 area. I'm going to delete these fibs so we can see, right? You went right up here. Okay, that was your move. That was your last kind of significant pivot. That was your move. You went all the way up there. My thought then would be that could we do the same? Could we not do the same here? Could we not even see a stronger movement? 2 cents or more, right? 2 cents is actually the minimum target there. That'd be if we went to the same fib levels. I think we could go all the way up to 4.4 cents or 3 cents. This is my personal area, and then the maximum area is about 6 to 7.7 cents, okay? This is my target, 3 cents to 4.5 cents, but I am accepting of the other two targets. Now, let's compare it to this last move, okay? Again, this is your first move. To think about this as like a multi-part series, okay? You accumulated. This is the beginning of your story, right? Your story is we're going higher. Well, how high are you going to go? Where's the end result? This is just the first move, okay? You were like, I don't know. I don't want to quote any movies or anything like that, but let's just say you're venturing out into the woods, and now you're at the first town. You're taking your rest here, and now you're getting prepared to go through the mountains or something, whatever, right? In comparison to this first move, you're going to move very similar. You're going to move similar, but I would expect that this next move is a little bit longer, because typically whenever you get a multi-layered move, it's like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The third leg typically is the biggest leg, and that would be this leg here. This is the right 1, 2, 3. The third leg's the biggest. So if the third leg's the biggest, what would make sense? Maybe 4.5 cents. If it's a little bit shorter than the first leg, maybe 3 cents. If it's significantly bigger, maybe 6 to 7.7 cents. Really, we just made an argument, I think, more for this target area instead of this target area. But time will tell. We'll see how it goes, right? I'm very much under the impression that Zebec will see 3 to 4.5 cents, if not higher. At a minimum, 2 cents or more. All right, that's the expectation. But I don't really have anything else that I want to say. I've said it all. Zebec has a very low market cap. Let's actually look here. ZBCN with a very low market cap of $456 million. I say very low. That's not very, very low, but it's low enough where you still have the capabilities of seeing 100x, definitely like 50x, 20x potential, more than that, right? You have the potential easily to outperform the average altcoin in the markets, as you have been. So I think that by the end of this week, we're going to see very clear signs that we are breaking out, in fact. And if anybody's bearish right now, I suppose you have your reasons. We're not officially broken out yet, But by the end of this week, I would assume that those reasons will be obsolete or delusional. We'll see how it goes. I've got nothing else. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all. Take care. Bye bye.